What's lunch today, do my Bruce? How the heck are I have to wind this Saturday down? This Saturday before actual St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, but it should be St. Patrick's Day today, damn it. So we're going to celebrate all weekend. As we wind this day down, I finished off the night. I made some Irish coffee with this. This is the Brady's Coffee Company barrel aged Irish whiskey coffee. Brady's Coffee is a family run business based in County Wicklow, Ireland. Anyway, stuff is really good. I've got one more use left. I'll finish off tomorrow. But I had a little coffee left, so I thought I'd finish that off with you. Since I already had my Irish coffee. Use my Bushmills mug there. I hope nobody's offended. Damn, that's good coffee. Let me set that down for a second. And I decided to pair it with some two stacks. Picked this up back in August when we were in Weston, Missouri. And very much an Irish American town. Anyway, two stacks Irish whiskey cask strength, a unique blend of grain, malt, and pot still whiskey at 130 proof. 40% dark grain, 40% light grain, 8% pot still, 10% double malt, 2% peated malt, and even with just 2% peated malt, you do feel those smoky notes. Anyway, it's lunch. Oh god, that was gorgeous. And you just get a hint of that smoke on the nose, man. How are you as we wind this Saturday down? I was technically off today, but I had to go in for a couple hours, which wasn't a big deal, but it kept me from getting and doing stuff earlier, I guess. So we just decided to stay home today. We planned on going to a couple places, but our plans got changed, which turned out for the better, to be honest with you. I stayed home and I fixed my corned beef, got the corned beef, cabbage, taters done. We had a first plate of the traditional. Second plate, I made some extra cold cannon, but this time first I served the cold cannon as a side dish. Or second plate I served as a main dish, meaning I added some corned beef to it, chopped some corned beef up fine, put it in there, and then added some Dubliner Irish cheese over the top. Just how our son Seamus liked. That's the way he liked it, man. So anyway, we got enough to do some things with tomorrow. Gonna grind some of the leftover corned beef and potatoes and make some hash tomorrow. That'll be breakfast. We're gonna have some hash. Probably do some Reubens for lunch, and that ought to be the end of the corned beef. This is a left-handed mug because I have to hold it with my left hand for you to see the Bushmills there on the side. Anyway, I digress. Oh man, this coffee is be the end. But I use some around Christmas time and New Year's. I was saving just a little bit to get me through St. Patrick's Day. So we had some this morning and this evening, and I've got enough for St. Patrick's Day morning. We have one more use left. We'll grind those beans up fresh tomorrow, and that'll finish it off. Boy, this stuff is good. I should have bought more of it at the time, but because I've been using it sparingly to try to get it. I wanted to get it through, man. Anyway, this stuff is remarkably approachable at 130 proof. It really blows my mind that it is a 130 because it isn't hard to drink neat. You might want to put just a little bit of water in it. That's really up to you and your taste buds. But quite frankly, like I said, this stuff is remarkably approachable at this proof. It really is. You just get that hint of that peat smoke. Really, it really is nice. Let me set that down. It does come off rather sweet initially. I mean, very sweet. Again, especially for that proof, but maybe that's why it does come off so sweet. I personally feel like I'm getting a hint of maple along with some very dark brown sugar because you feel some nice molasses notes in there. Uh, and that coffee's good. Made myself a nice Irish coffee, but I used the Hyde. I had just a little, I had about an ounce of Hyde left. I typically wouldn't put a single malt Irish in an Irish coffee, but I had just that little bit left, so I figured why not. Uh, Finishing some stuff off today. Finish off both hides. Now we're working through this 2 stacks. And we might do some Irish American products tomorrow. But I still have this Turcano. We'll probably have a little bit of that tomorrow as well. We're not going to look at finishing it by any means, but we definitely want to have some. Made a nice old fashioned today. Did a thyme lavender ginger simple syrup. Man, that was good. I used a Jameson Stout barrel or Jameson Stout edition to make that old fashioned with earlier in the day. Nice oak, a little bit of spice in the finish. For me, cinnamon, ginger, little allspice. Might even find some nutmeg and or clove in there. It's really depends on you and your taste buds, to be honest. But I'm really feeling that ginger. As you probably guessed, I'm not really in this nice little Irish pub behind me. No, really, Tom? Well, I thought I'd make a nice background for the video since we're having some Irish whiskey and some Irish coffee, or Irish, not Irish coffee, but Irish coffee. This is, yeah, they are out of the coffee company. Brady's is Irish, so there we go. It's a single origin coffee. I wasn't familiar with them until we found them at the Whiskey Snug in Weston, Missouri. But if I ever find their products again, I will definitely buy them. I will buy them. I will really buy them. Yeah, this stuff is really good, man. They're not extremely pronounced, but you do feel those whiskey barrel notes, man. You really do. Boy, that corned beef I cooked earlier was really good, man. It's the leanest corned beef I've probably ever cooked. We got it from Butcher Box this year. I get them every once in a while. I don't do it every month, but every once in a while. The products are really good. It can get pricey, but I don't know that it's really any more than buying equal quality products at a store. Because most of the stores in my neck of the woods are selling far inferior products. So for the quality of all the food I get from them, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's bad. Again, when I price equal quality products, it doesn't come out anymore. And I think in some ways it saves me money because I spend less time at the store, right? I've since I have the meat, I plan the meals around the meat, right? So I know, okay, I've got this. This is all I need to get at the store. Whereas before I would go to see what was on sale at the store, and then kind of gather what I need and probably buy some things I don't. But having the meat handy already there really does help. And like I said, it is a fine quality product. That corned beef is just insane. Their bacon is great, especially the tender belly bacon. That stuff is insane. But the beef, pork, and chicken, all of it is great quality. Anyway, anyway, anyway. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have some hash for breakfast. We'll probably do some Rubens for lunch. And, as we do many times on a Sunday, we have a late breakfast and a early dinner. We'll just do the two meals. So we'll see how it all shakes out tomorrow. If something else happens. I do have some products available if we do need a third meal in there or dinner to make a nice Irish chicken stew. Chicken stew, you say, Tom? Yeah, it's a thing. I don't typically do a chicken stew in all honesty, but I did find a nice recipe for Irish chicken stew, so I thought I might try it since I have some very good chicken breasts in this. It will be a little bit different, just lighten it up a little bit. Uh, Picked up some baby potatoes, some carrots, some parsnips. Because most Irish stews tend to contain parsnips, so I wanted to make sure I had them. Of course, I have some onion. That's a given. That's a given, man. You gotta have onion. 9 times out of 10, if my daughter calls me, it's a cooking question, wants to know how to fix something. So I have this. What can I do with it, Dad? And then sometimes she complains that her versions don't come out the same as mine, and so that's because you don't put the ingredients in you don't think you like. When I give you the leftovers, it has those things in it that you don't think you like. You have to put those things in there to make it taste like that. You got to add the onions. You got to put the pepper in. Even though you might not think you like certain things, when it's in that, you like them. You just, I just don't tell you what's there. I remember my dad messing with my sisters when they got to be teenagers and got finicky as all hell and decided they didn't like pepper. Of course, Dad peppered the hell out of everything. I mean, that was, that was pretty much seasoning in our house with salt and pepper. But that aside, so we started using white pepper, and they never know the difference. Of course, white pepper does hit you in a different place on the palate, but it does accomplish the same thing in the food. But the point of that was, yeah, they didn't know there was white pepper in it. They knew if there was no pepper in it, they say this doesn't taste right. Well, that's because it doesn't have the thing that you think you don't like. If I put in the things you think you don't like, it tastes like you like it. And that's the funny thing. A lot of people think they don't like something because, well, that's what they've been told. Especially teenagers get around friends. One friend says they don't like something, all of a sudden nobody likes it. You just eat it. Sometimes it's best not to know what's in something. Anyway, so I digress. As we wrap this up, so let me show you this two stacks one last time. This whiskey is just absolutely insanely good. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man. Finish this coffee up. Coffee chaser on the whiskey. All around good guys. Slide it. Happy St. Patrick's all.